Every year on Purim, we retell an amazing miracle. Pay attention, because we'll need your help to fill in the missing pieces. Long ago, King Ahasuerus ruled over the land of Shushan. He made a huge party for the entire kingdom for 180 days straight. At the end of it, after drinking too much wine, King Ahasuerus got rid of his queen. Now the king needed a new queen, so he searched far and wide for the most beautiful girls in all of the land, forcing everyone to join the beauty contest. Guess who was chosen? Esther. Esther was devastated that she, a Jewish girl, would have to marry the wicked and foolish king Ahasuerus. She listened to her uncle Mordecai and didn't tell anyone that she was a Jew. It's a good thing Esther knew how to keep a secret, because the king's wicked advisor hated the Jewish people. He wanted to wipe out the entire nation. So he convinced King Ahasuerus to make a decree. Mordecai asked Esther to beg the king to save the Jewish people. In the meantime, he gathered 24,000 Jewish kids just like you to pray. After 3 days of fasting, Esther appeared before the king unannounced. She knew that if Ahasuerus didn't want to see her, she would be killed at once. When the king saw Esther, he reached out his scepter. Miraculously, the decree was turned upside down. Haman was hanged, and the Jewish people were saved, thanks to Esther's bravery, the Jewish kids' prayer, and a hidden miracle of Hashem. That's why every year we celebrate Purim.
All right, thank you so much for having me. My name is Avi Lieberman, and happy Purim. I love Purim. Oh, and I have to say, before I really get going, I have to thank Chabad. Love Chabad, big fan of Chabad. Chabad is amazing. They're an amazing organization. They bring joy and light all over the world. And Chabad, I got to tell you, no one welcomes people in more than Chabad. They do a great job of it. And at the same time, the beauty of Chabad, they welcome you in with open arms. Doesn't matter what your background is. And also, I love Chabad because there's such a rich history when it comes to Chabad. And Chabad because they're always looking to have a good time. And I got to say, when it comes to this month, I'm excited to finally go into a month that is noted for happiness. We could use it, right? The Corona stuff, it's been crazy. And I got to say, when it comes to this whole Corona stuff, I've been way ahead of this before it even started. When it came to staying away from the elderly, I've been preaching this for years, right? Years I've been saying this. This is not a group you want to go near, right? I still see the young people going up to older people today. Same mistake. Can you take a picture for me on my iPhone? It's like, phones are for talking. Get away from me, kids. So I've been ahead of this game for a long time. And actually, it's interesting because I was fortunate enough. I actually had Corona, not a very serious case, thank God. And friends of mine knew that I had it. I got over it. I had it way back in April. And a friend of mine called me knowing that I had it. And he said, you know, Avi, I was tested positive and I lost my sense of taste. And I told him, listen, I've had your wife's cooking. This might be a blessing in disguise. So, don't worry about it. It's like, what is this, honey? Paprika? Cayenne pepper. Great job. Keep doing it. So, look at the positives. That's all I'm saying. And this year, when it comes to Corona, I'm excited to finally not have, what's after Purim? We got Passover coming right up, right? Passover, it was weird this past year because I spent Passover by myself. It was the first time I'd ever done a Seder by myself. And it was very strange. I asked my rabbi, I said, Rabbi, do I need to ask the 4 questions? He goes, yeah. I go, who am I asking them to? He goes, well, you still got to do it. I said, so I need to be depressed and schizophrenic at the same time? Like, that's how this is going to work? And I asked him, I said, do I need to hide the afikomen? He goes, yeah. I go, from who? Who am I hiding this from? But I did it anyway. And I walked outside, banged onto my next door neighbor's house. He's not Jewish. I said, listen, I need you to find this cracker that I hid in a napkin between some books. No, you have to do it. Yeah, because if I did it, it would be weird. And then when you find it, you're going to ask me for a gift. We have to haggle about it that I'm not going to end up giving you a couple months later. So that's just how this works. And it was strange Passover during Corona times. Corona in general, it's just been nuts. I flew to Israel on August 4th, and I got to Israel, where I am right now, recording for you guys. And I was here in Israel, and friends had told me that they would help me because I had to go straight into isolation, what they call be-dude here. And this is how you learn who your real friends are, by the way, when it comes to stuff like this. Friends call me, they say, if you need anything at all, if you need any help, please let me know, right? Let me know. And this is how you know who your real friends are, because I would call them out and I go, oh, you know what? If you could just bring me a bottle of water. Oh, I'm vacationing for the next 4 years. I don't think I can make it. I'm like, don't you live next door? Yeah, I'm packing. I can't make it. And then friends also, they'll give you advice on how to pass the time, right? A friend of mine said, I do crossword puzzles and I do other puzzles. I did a 1,000-piece puzzle. I'm like, yeah, well, you shouldn't have. That was a giant waste of your time. The answer is on the box. I don't get it, right? I think watching Netflix 3 or 4 times in a row, the same episode, would be more productive than doing a puzzle where you know how it's going to end. If there was no picture on the box, then I'd be impressed. I'd be like, oh, look, a horsey. Great, but you know how this thing is going to end. It's a waste of your time. This, but I say, when it comes to our holidays, because I am looking forward to, God willing, we'll be with friends and family together this year on Passover. Passover's interesting because normally when you have Passover, I don't know if you guys know this, but whoever finishes their Seder later is more holy. That's the rule. Like everybody talks about it. What time did you finish? 1 a.m., 1:30, 2. You know what I do? I come into synagogue the following morning and I go, yeah, we haven't even eaten yet. How about them apples? That's how religious we are. Because let's be honest, the Passover Seder could be finished a lot faster. This year, by myself, like it's record time. People were bragging the other way. I was like, yeah, 15 minutes. I was in, I was out, no problem, Corona. So, and it's interesting because when there's some advantage, I talked to a lot of women this year. And when they heard no guest at all, half of them were like, yes, I'm not cooking a thing. I have had it. You want it, buddy? Go cook it yourself. This year, it's a hot dog and a cracker. That's it. I'm not cooking a thing. There's got to be a way to release that. But anyway, God willing, we'll be together with friends and family. Okay, people ask me when I fly to Israel, do I always take El Al? I do not always take El Al, right, as much as I enjoy it. I've had some crazy experiences flying to Israel. One time, this is just to try it, right? I did not pay for this flight. I just used miles. I flew on Air Etihad, first class, right? You have your own room. You can take a shower on the plane. This took me about 2-3 months of phone calls. If you pay for it, it's $21,000. Needless to say, I did not do that. I just used miles. But here's the thing. I had to go from LA to New York, Abu Dhabi to Amman, Jordan, and then I couldn't get a flight from Amman to Israel, which seemed crazy. It's only 20 minutes away. And a friend of mine goes, look, don't worry about it. Take a cab through the desert, cross at the Allenby Bridge, no problem. I went, are you insane? I go, that's safe. He goes, no sweat, totally safe. My friends do it all the time. You just got to be careful when you get to the airport in Amman that you take an official cab because guys are going to come running up to you. Hey, do you need a cab? And he was totally right. I walked out of the airport, guys come running up to me. They're like, Hamas Express. I'm like, no, thank you. Like ISIS yellow cab. I'm like, no. So it's finally, I found a regular cab. I get to the bridge, right? And he also told me this. He said, Avi, you have to pay an extra $100 to take this VIP crossing. Otherwise, you're stuck there all day on this bus. So I pay the $100, and they put you in this VIP holding room, and it was me and all these Palestinian businessmen. Very nice guys, but, I wanted to keep a bit of a low profile. They're like, what's your name? I'm like, Chris Christensen. From Corpus Christi. Yes, how are you, sir? Pleasure to make your acquaintance. So, and then I cross, and the weird part was on the Israeli side, right? Because I get to the Israeli side, and the guy on the Israeli side, the border guard, must have given me about 15 of these, like, what were you thinking doing this? And he looks at me and he goes, it's mostly Palestinians that come this way. I'm like, yeah, I'm perfectly aware, based on the group I was hanging out with on the other side. And then he asked me this, and this is where being a smart aleck comedian never comes in handy. He goes, how do you normally come to Israel? How do I normally come to Israel? Normally, I fly to Lebanon and burrow a tunnel underneath with my Hezbollah buddies, but today I thought I'd mix it up a bit. He's like, yeah, very funny. Go wait over there for 5 hours. We'll see how funny you think you are. So needless to say, that did not go well. But I don't have travel luck, period. Driving, something as simple as driving, I don't have travel luck. I was in LA a while back, and I'm using, we have carpool lanes there. I know many states do have them. And you have to have, more than one person in the car. I'll admit, sometimes I cheat. I will use the carpool lane. Recently, I got caught. Last time I tried it. Cop walks right up to my door. Again, this is where being a smart aleck comedian did not work at all. Walks right up to me, goes, you have to have more than one person in the vehicle to use this lane. And I said, well, with all due respect, officer, you didn't check the trunk. And he didn't find that funny at all. Not even close. And I have to say, coming to you guys here from Israel, it's one of my favorite places to go. People ask me, where's your favorite place? I love going to Jerusalem, love going to the Western Wall. Thank God we can still go there. It's open. They've done a very good job safety-wise, keeping, they have pods there and stuff. I love going to the Western Wall. And a friend of mine told me this. He said, Avi, because I'm still single. He goes, Avi, if you go to the Western Wall and you pray there for 40 days in a row, you will find your soulmate. You'll find your b'sheret. So, of course, I'm a big cynic, and I made fun of him. I said, that's ridiculous, right? But to this guy's credit, right, he went 40 days in a row, and shortly thereafter, he divorced his wife and found his b'sheret, found his soulmate. So, if you have enough faith, it can really happen. Hey, guys, thanks so much for having me. Happy Adar, nothing but simcha, happy and joy coming up. We'll see you guys soon.
Rabbi Yosef Yitzhak Gorevich serves on the faculty of Yeshiva Tomchei Temimim in Migdal HaEmek, Israel. In 1976, he was part of a special group of yeshiva students sent to Israel by the Rebbe.
אנחנו כבר חיכינו למבצע הגדול, מבצע פורים, שנוסעים לחלק משלח מנות לכל מיני מקומות, מבין המקומות החשובים, בסיסי צבא. נסענו, זה היה כמעט 2 קילומטר משכם. מולנו, עוד 20 מטר, יש מחסום של אבנים, ועם צמיגים בוערים, היה נהג, איש צבא, והוא אומר, אני לא יכול לקחת אחריות, ואין לעבור את המחסום, ואין מה שיהיה כשהערבים יתחילו להשתולל ולזרוק אבנים. אז אמרתי לו, תשמע, לפני שיצאנו מארצות הברית, אז הרב אמר שהוא לוקח על צווארו האחריות כל מה שיקרה עם כל אחד מהשלוחים. ואז הוא אומר לי, אתה כל כך בטוח ברבי שלך? אמרתי לו, כן. אז הוא אומר, אז אני נוסע. כשהגענו לבסיס, ואז בשער עמד כבר המפקד של הבסיס, ואז הוא שואל את הנהג, אני שומע, אתם עברתם עכשיו מחסום עם אבנים ערבים? מאיזה ביטחון אתה עשית את זה, ועל סמך מה עשית את הפעולה הזאת? אז הוא מציין עליי, שאני השם הזה, אני אמרתי לו ושכנעתי אותו. אז הוא אומר לי, הוא ניגש אליי, ואז הוא אומר לי, אני רוצה, כשאתה תיכנס, אנחנו נאסוף, היה בסיס 300 חיילים, אנחנו נאסוף את כל החיילים יחד, ואני רוצה שאתה תספר את הסיפור שלך. אני רוצה שהחיילים ישמעו איך הרבי הבטיח, ואיך על סמך זה אתה היית בתוקף לעבור, ולא, איך אומרים, לרדת ולחזור בחזרה. אני זוכר איזו שמחה זה היה, אנחנו סיפרתי את זה, מה שיכולת לספר לחיילים, חילקנו להם משלח מנות ורקדנו, הייתה שמחה גדולה ביותר. חזרנו לירושלים בחזרה, ואז היה שם הרב בלוי, ואני זוכר שסיפרתי לו את הסיפור, ואז הוא אמר לי שצריכים להודיע לרבי סיפור כזה, וככה אני צלצלתי, והרימו מצד השני מהמזכירות, והיה הרב קליין, אני זוכר אז בשופרת, ואז אני סיפרתי לו את כל הסיפור, והוא מאוד התעניין כל פרט ופרט. אחרי זה באמצע הלילה, זה היה סביבות 3:30, 4, שהרבי התחיל להתוועד בניו יורק. כשהרבי היה מתוועד, היו שומעים את השידורים. ואז בשיחה השנייה, אז הרבי התחיל לספר את הסיפור.
Es gewähnt die Idee, als eine, als Schajore, etliche Schluchim seine gefahren zu die Ansche Zove, was gefunden sich in Schem. Bis als es gekommen am Melche, Kfar Schem, hat ihn getroffen, als er da am Maxim so ungefähr blockiert, am Block, den Weg, und hat gesehen, als nicht nur ein Block, nicht nur ein Nie Vehikel, von der Wohnung, wo Eizen, wo Offert, von dem nur dort gefunden sich Echet Bnei Yoda und dort gefunden sich Harvi. Ist gewähnt als Wort bei dem Nahag, wo darf einstellen, der Achreis nehmen auf sich. Von die Schluchim, was viele Mischleach Mones, und gesagt, die Schluchim bepasst es, aber wie bald am Kota Schliches, auf gehen meidet sein Nieden, es am Meer sein Sehen bis Simchas Puri. Ist auf der Dover Tee wird gar nicht treffen. Und gefahren weiter und durchgebrochen, der Machsheim hat geprüft, warfen ein paar Steine und es hat keinem nicht geschaut, nicht die Bnei Yisrael, nicht die Arvim, und ist zugekommen zu der Anshe Chaya. Und sie gewähren ein freilicher Purim, dicke Isvadus dort. Mit allen Proten, wie sie darf sein Purim, wo das ich Omer, ein lebendiger Beispiel, was hat getroffen, dem Purim, Tovshin, Lamed Wo. Abishas Ayid, weiß Aschem, gehört zu Jiden, mit Kadmenies, und ständig bekäme es Kufa. Und redt mit dieselbe Wörter, mit wem soll sich nicht treffen, mit der zweiten Niden, oder Lehalbel mit der Nitiden. Ist אותו דמות ודמיימי...
שהרבי דיבר, אז הרגשתי כזאת, איך אומרים, אפשר להגיד בושה, כזאת נמיכות הרוח, שהרבי מציין דבר שקרה איתי אישית, והרבי כזה משבח ומפאר את הסיפור ואת התוקף, אבל אני חשבתי שההלוואי שהקדוש ברוך הוא יעזור, שאני אוכל לעמוד במשימות שהרבי מתיר, כל הדברים, שהרבי יוכל לגרום לרבי נחת רוח, ושהרבי יוכל להגיד תודה, ובאמת המשימה והמבצע עבר בהצלחה רבה.
I'm a Jew like Mordechai, just like Esther dressed so fly. Cause my family is free, living like royalty. We the children of the Most High. See, that wicked Haman doesn't scare us, cause our enemies all get embarrassed. So let's just ignore them, celebrate Purim, and party like a high shoe heiress. Gotta read the Megillah, that biblical thriller, the book where we took on the cold-blooded killer. Our enemies tried to commit genocide. If Haman had his way, then we all would've died. But after we fasted, Hashem forgave us, and Esther was brave enough to save us. With Mordechai's help, she rewrote the story, transforming Adar from sorrow to glory. A miracle we remember every year by reading that holy scroll loud and clear. Each Jew should recite or hear it by night, and again Purim Day if they wanna do it right. I'm a Jew like Mordechai, just like Esther dressed so fly. Cause my family is free, living like royalty. We the children of the Most High. See, that wicked Haman doesn't scare us, cause our enemies all get embarrassed. So let's just ignore them, celebrate Purim, and party like a high shoe heiress. Yo, it's always a mitzvah to give to the poor, but on Purim we should give even more. Spare what you can, donate to charity, show that you care and share the prosperity. Teaching your children to do outreach by giving two poor people one present each, a meal or at least enough cash for the feast. And it's better, of course, if those numbers increase. So hand out your dough, let tzedakah flow to orphans and widows whose luck has run low. On the 14th of Adar, you cannot say no. La Poshe, Yad Nim Lo. I'm a Jew like Mordechai, just like Esther dressed so fly. Cause my family is free, living like royalty. We the children of the Most High. See, that wicked Haman doesn't scare us, cause our enemies all get embarrassed. So let's just ignore them, celebrate Purim, and party like a high shoe heiress. God only knows how much good we promote when we do mitzvot like Mishloach Manot, sending out presents just as our ancestors sent gifts to each other in the book of Esther. 2 foods for the feast to one person at least, but when we increase spreading kindness and peace is commendable. I'd recommend that you spend much more and send portions to each of your friends, your parents, your siblings, your children, your spouse, your teacher, the rabbi at your Chabad house, anyone who you know from the tribe of Yehuda. Make sure they got plenty of food for the Suda. Now before we begin the feast, dive in mincha, then start the party with Marbim B'Simcha. It's been fun so far, now let's raise the bar, increasing our joy in this month of Adar. Wash and make moti, then break some bread with the lavish spread and a bottle of red. It's time for some wine or your drink of choice as we raise our voices in song and rejoice. Blessed be Mordechai, cursed is Haman. On Purim we drink till the difference is gone. When your thirst is quenched, don't forget to bench, and thank God all needs seem like a real mensch. I'm a Jew like Mordechai, just like Esther dressed so fly. Cause my family is free, living like royalty. We the children of the Most High. See, that wicked Haman doesn't scare us, cause our enemies all get embarrassed. So let's just ignore them, celebrate Purim, and party like a high shoe heiress.
But now we're saved. Oppression was washed away with the wave. Our family and we are finally free. Let's dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Now dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Let's dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Close your eyes and try to pretend you left from a life of slavery, and then you made it to freedom with thousands of friends, the young and the old and the women and men. You're never gonna see Pharaoh's face again, so let down your guard, no need to defend. Bang on your drum, you got time to spend. Now dance like Miriam said the trend. Move your feet, let me see you bend, then work your body from end to end. But don't get down, let your mind descend. All praises to the Most High, amen. We once were enslaved, but now we're saved. Oppression was washed away with the wave. Our family and we are finally free. Let's dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Now dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Let's dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Never forget how it was before. Forced into slavery, we did every chore. Our burden was big, but they piled on more and worked us until we were tired and sore. Took 10 plagues to get out the door, but Pharaoh's heart was hard to the core. His army pursued us, ready for war, with chariot, horse, and sharpened sword. But now they sleep on the ocean's floor, for they were sunk by the hand of the Lord. So dance and sing, let the praises pour from your lips out on the seashore. We once were enslaved, but now we're saved. Oppression was washed away with the wave. Our family and we are finally free. Let's dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Now dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Let's dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Move your feet, start kicking up sand. Clap your hands, we don't need no band. Bang on your drum and sing and dance. We're here and we're free, and that's a slim chance. Escape from the most narrow place between a rock and the Pharaoh's face. His army pursued, but the wind it blew. The water split and we passed right through. And when we arrived on the other side, the waters returned and his army died. So dance and cheer, cause we're in a clear. First time we're free in 400 years. We once were enslaved, but now we're saved. Oppression was washed away with the wave. Our family and we are finally free. Let's dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Now dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Let's dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. The bodies of those who came to make war against us washed up dead on the shore. Our people could barely believe their eyes. They laughed and cried, they were so surprised. A queen, Miriam, stepped on the scene. The prophetess picked up a tambourine. She began to dance, all the women came. They followed with drums and they did the same. The sons of burst into song. Together 600,000 strong. They praised Hashem, who shall always be, for setting us free on the shore of the sea. We once were enslaved, but now we're saved. Oppression was washed away with the wave. Our family and we are finally free. Let's dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Now dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. Let's dance like Miriam at the Red Sea. I'm grateful for. Today I cannot ask for more. I have my heart, my soul, my strength. This life is blessed, so I give thanks. Give thanks to the universal one. Give thanks for the moon and stars and sun. Give thanks for the earth on which we live. Give thanks for the bounty she can give. Give thanks for the tree and the food it grows. Give thanks for the cup that overflows. Give thanks for the food and drink and air. Give thanks, there's more than enough to share. Give thanks for the extra we can spare. Give thanks for the clothes we have to wear. Give thanks for the comfort of our bed. Give thanks for the roof above our head. There's so much I'm grateful for. Today I cannot ask for more. I have my heart and my soul and strength. This life is blessed, so I give thanks. Give thanks to the only source of all. Give thanks for the big and for the small. Give thanks from the lows to the highest heights. Give thanks for the dark and for the light. Give thanks for the times of joy and song. Give thanks for the pain that keeps us strong. Give thanks because we're still alive. Give thanks this moment has arrived. Give thanks our past has brought us here. Give thanks we've lived another year. Give thanks for the past we left behind. Give thanks for the future we will find. There's so much I'm grateful for. Today I cannot ask for more. I have my heart and soul and strength. This life is blessed, so I give thanks. Give thanks. Grateful for. Today I cannot ask for more. I have my heart and soul and strength. This life is blessed, so I give thanks. Give thanks to the infinite most high. Give thanks no matter how or why. Give thanks in every time and place. Give thanks we're part of the human race. Give thanks for the people that we meet. Give thanks for the neighbors on our street. Give thanks for the teachers that we had. Give thanks for every mom and dad. Give thanks for the family that we got. To give thanks for the friends we like a lot. Give thanks for the ones we hold most